Welcome everybody. Good evening. I know it's kind of late start for the show tonight, but we've got quite a few things to talk about tonight. Some things that I find very exciting, some other things that confirmed a lot of my suspicions for the longest time, and also some potential new updates regarding Magnus and the Game Developers Conference. We're going to jump into that, and we're going to start off with that soon. I want to also say welcome again to the show. Thanks for everybody for joining us tonight. I appreciate your time and effort into this. We love talking gaming with you guys. So let's get started.
Y'all know that was the polite introduction. I go by the name of the New Legal. That's my man in the building, Resident Gamer. And we got the Mighty Chat Pat in the building. We're not going to take a long show today. This is a victory lap show. This is going to be another victory lap show. I just came to get my flowers. My man wanted to talk on some subjects today. I got a very good subject that I'm going to stay on point on because, basically it's here. It's arrived. The fakery of the PlayStation 5 has been exposed. And I mean, sorry to say it, folks, but I tried to tell y'all this 5 years ago.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
So, Raz, where they going to run from now? Where they going to hide from now? They can't hide from me. I told you, the hens will come to roost. The hens are coming. We got coops for them. Get them on up there. Bring the crows in, too. We got some marvelous crow soup. And we got everything prepared for all these idiots out there in La Land, right? They want to lie. Bunch of liars for the sake of their pathetic console.
Yeah, they like to live in their fantasy donkey land.
The cat's out the bag now, right? So who was right? Who was wrong? Who was telling the truth? 30 Below. Who was telling the truth? Rachie. Who was telling the truth? Rachie.
30 Below in the building. Rachie. What's up, guys?
Been out here. Rachie been out here with me for years. Who's been telling the truth, Rachie? And you want to know what's funny? I told games trailers. I told them. I told everybody. I told the chat community. I told y'all way back when y'all was the chit chat community. Give it 5 years. Didn't I say that, Rachel? I said, you got to give this thing 5 years and all the wheels were going to fall off. Did I not say this, games trailers? There he is. Games
trailers in the building.
Give me my damn flowers, bro. I told you, 5th year, bro. Everything I've ever said has come to light. Now it's just, it's victory lap. So if you ain't gonna believe me now, it's just comedy. But it gets worse.
They once again bought into Mark Cerny's lies.
Yep.
The fraudster, the pisser.
Thank you,
architect.
Give me my flowers, baby. Give them to me. Hey, you want to know what else is funny? Since I lie, right, and I'm not reliable, there's no hope next generation. Let me just make it clear, Razor. Let me make it clear to everybody here, Dolan Knight. Everybody here. Let's look, Rez, give the shout outs real quick, man, before we get to shout out everybody that's here right now. Just give a shout out. Go down the list, man. Look at the thing, go down the list.
Yeah, shout out to CBH for God. Welcome, my friend. Rachie, my homie. 30, the homie. Games, the homie. Dolan Knight in the building. What's up, man?
Rich in the building. Jay Rich in the building.
We got all the fam here. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. So look, Thanks for popping up. We're gonna get this thing cooking. Look, I'm gonna do the introduction real quick, real fast. But to everybody out there that's watching, everybody out there that's live with us right now, nothing but salute. I know we're breaking news. We come in and we drop bombs. So make sure that you keep your notification bell on alert blast, because we are breaking news, man. Literally, we break this news down. Look, if you like what we're about and you're an Xbox fan, you came to the right place. If you're a real gamer, you came to the right place. And if you live overseas and you make this channel international tonight, double thank you, sincerely from the bottom of my heart, because y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to come out here with us, and for that, we are grateful. We're going to kick this thing off, y'all. This is my victory lap. You know now that the new league will never lie to you. Y'all, I told y'all wonder, dude, I can do this with my eyes closed on these clowns out here. They're not students of the game. I do this thing called Xbox. Bro, I've been doing this thing before social media, man. You put out those TVs outside. We had those live tournaments. We do stuff for the kids. We make sure communities are good. We take care of our communities with gaming. We keep kids out of trouble. This is nothing. You're looking at what you're listening to is a bunch of fakers, bro. You're listening to the people who are trying to get a quick buck. You listening to people who are dreaming about YouTube. The new legal and DIRREC gaming and resident gamer and the realest one and the 117 and the mighty champion. We don't dream about becoming celebrity YouTubers. That's not my dream. I got my money invested in other things. My money's getting invested in other things. My money grows in other areas.
We do this for one thing only. That's for the love of gaming. That's it.
Say it one more time. Say that one more time.
For the love of gaming.
And we got a responsibility to do it. What's our responsibility, Raz?
To tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help us gaming.
Thanks. So we in the matrix, right? My whole point is to put the wrench and throw it in the matrix. That's the only reason I'm here. I'm here to agitate the streets with the phony, crony, pony donkeys, centaurs, double agents, and these half-breeds out here that can't talk to you about gaming because they're trash at gaming. They ain't never ran a game in their life. I've ran a game in these Xbox streets. Gears of War 3, top 10 ranked in the nation.
I want to give a special shout out before we start, and I want to also do something cool that the donkeys say we don't do. Special shout out to the Star Wars losers out there who watch our show. This is for you, clowns.
Look, this for anybody. This for anybody that hates on me. It just makes me laugh and makes it more interesting to be out here in these game streets. So now that you know that I won, like I told you I was gonna win. That wasn't Game trailer says cinema. He done got fired up. All right, let me see. Let me get this going for him, man. Okay, hold on.
So while you do that, we're gonna start off with something before we get into the topics. Something that the donkeys claim we don't do, and that's talk about games, right? Let's talk about what games they're playing right now. As you know, February is kind of a busy month for games. I actually started off. I just finished Final Fantasy VII Remake. Great game. I'm looking forward to the next one. We just got it announced that Rebirth, the sequel, is coming out in summer, I believe, later this year. And now I'm a big, as you guys probably don't know, I'm a big RPG guy. I like RPG games. I've always liked them since I was a kid. Right now I'm playing Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, which is a remaster of the original game. It's got Akira Toriyama's artwork. You might know him from Dragon Ball Z. Really beautiful art style. Like the graphics are really nice for what it is. The gameplay is fun, combat and everything. It's a really long game. It usually takes about 80 hours to complete, and I'm about 60-ish hours in. So I'm almost done with it. But I love it. It's a great RPG. Definitely recommend it if you're into those. The next game on my list after that is High on Life 2. I'm really excited to dive into that. I really loved the first game. I loved the comedy bits. Like the characters are really ridiculous and funny. I loved being able to use the jetpack and traverse around the world, and the boss fights were fun and cool, and the guns, like the different varieties of how you can use the guns, and some of the commentary the guns would make, and especially Knifey. Knifey was hilarious. He's probably one of the best parts of the game because he just wants to stabby. But he's got some really funny bits in it too. It's that same kind of like comedy style. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Rick and Morty, but it's that style of humor with like modern kind of graphics and sci-fi kind of gameplay. It's first person, but High on Life 2 looks like it's basically more of the same but better. But now you can traverse the world with a skateboard. So I'm really looking forward to diving into it and seeing how the story continues. If it's like a continuation of the first game or if it's just a completely new story. That's on my gaming list next. What about you, Famo? What are you playing right now?
Me?
You two games. You can jump in too if you want.
Yeah. I got like 10 minutes because I'm going to watch a movie right now.
Go ahead and spill your worms in, bro.
But hold on, legal. Listen, I'm gonna ask a question, right? First of all, you're right, man. Shout out to the Star Wars guys, man. They were watching your shit. That's funny shit, man.
They are, bro. I've seen them literally post about it.
Yeah, I totally get that, man. Hey, that's funny, man. Hey, legal, you got a number one fan.
King? Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, you got a number one fan, man. But listen. Yeah. So, some dude on the internet asked Insomnia Games that if Spider-Man 2 or any Spider-Man games coming to PlayStation, Xbox, right? Legal? You saw that, right? You saw that, Rez, right?
I saw that.
And then, of course, Insomnia Games said, not likely. Now, not likely means...
Shout out to Stone King for the gifted subs, man. You are awesome, bro. We appreciate that.
Yeah, what's that?
Thank your family right there, bro.
Thanks, Stone King. Yeah. So, not like it means legal. It means it didn't say no. It didn't say yes. It just, we don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't know. But hold on.
He said not likely.
Yeah. So they don't know, right? Because it means they're not going to say no or they're not going to say yes. Or they're not going to say yes, right? So they're not going to say, they didn't say no. But somebody asked Insomnia Games a couple years ago that Spider-Man will come on Xbox or PC. Insomnia Games said no. Remember legal? You saw that, right? Rez, you saw that. They say no, it's going to be only on PS4. And what happened?
Yeah, before they said it would never be on Xbox. Now they're saying not likely.
They said it would never be on Xbox or PC. It's a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Yep. They say no, right? The N-O. And what happened? It came to where?
Exactly.
PC. So hold on. I'm going to put my Alex Jones 10-4 hat conspiracy theorist on right now. The Bilderbergs. Spider-Man's coming to Xbox.
Of course.
Yes. So I'm going to say this, right? I think it might come out this year. Wow. Sometime this year, what they would do was like Helldivers and Gears, right?
They coming from my boy.
Oh, you listen to it?
Yeah, they coming for you.
Yeah, so, Rez, I think it's coming out this. I think Spider-Man 1, 2, and Miles Morales is coming to Xbox. Because why? First of all, why would Insomnia Games respond to that tweet? Right? They would never, like, if I was Insomnia Games, I'd just ignore that shit. My bad, sounds cursed. I'll just ignore it because why you respond in the first place? Second, you said not likely. That means that that's not a no or that's not a yes. Technically, you're not really sure. So I don't think they want to break a lot of people's hearts. So eventually it will come to Xbox.
We don't even need an Xbox port, though, to be honest, because we'll be able to get it on Ally and Magnus.
I know that. But
That's right, Unlimited.
But guess what? But I know that. But I want to smoke. Right? I want to milk. I know that. But I just want the meltdowns.
I know why you came here. Get to go do your 10 minutes, 15 minutes of fame.
That's right, Unlimited Production. You're spot on, bro.
Yeah. I want the meltdowns. I want the meltdowns, right? So I would say between this summer or fall, Spider-Man is coming to the Xbox. All right? That didn't make no sense. If I was in Insomnia Games, like, why would you even, respond to that question? You know that's the answer, right? So, all right. Then I saw the news that, that idiot James just wrote that, talking about PlayStation 5 is not Rdna 5. We call it. Because I'm tell you why. Because PlayStation is too cheap to get the AMD processors. And number two, they're gonna rush the console again. Because
I was gonna talk about that in a little bit.
I know. They're gonna rush
the reason was. What did I say the reason was gonna happen? Which is gonna happen.
They don't want to pay for the new chip. No.
And it ain't just that. So, Monty Chat Pat, what have I been saying all these years?
Yeah, they don't.
We entering what kind of phase in gaming now?
Yeah. And number two. Okay, go ahead. But
we are entering the big tech era, right?
Yeah, AI.
So if the big tech era is amongst us now, that eliminates PlayStation, that eliminates Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? There's only going to be two platforms that can venture up in there
and
do what they're going to do, and that's Xbox and PC. The PC realm, the video, all of them, AMD, they can play in that. Xbox is going to play in that because it's got Windows. And I told everybody.
And Windows, you told me.
I told everybody. The only way now PlayStation can make it, and I'm talking, when I say make it, I'm talking about play with the big dogs. The way these donkeys would act like PlayStation's always been playing with the big dogs. Ever since we've been laughing at that, right? We've been laughing at that Unlimited for years. We've been laughing at that, right? So now they're going to see that PlayStation don't play with the big dogs, and all of that's coming next year. So if the big tech is coming, that me and games know that when new chips come out, it's going to cost you. Okay, so what have I been saying in elementary form? Big bank takes little bank. They're going to finally see that. See? Oh, you couldn't see it.
And they're going to finally see that.
You couldn't see it. You thought I was.
Yeah. They're going to finally see that. And plus,
they're going to finally see
but plus, the Xbox is a game changer because you had the open store for us. So long story short, man, listen, man. And listen, man, legal. Will people still buy PS5 6? Yeah, that's the name. But it's gonna be just like the 360 era. A lot of people are gonna go from the PS5 to the Xbox
because they don't want to be left out.
Yes,
gamers don't like to have
and I want the game
they can't brag about.
Yeah, I got 2 minutes. I went to GameStop, right?
Yeah.
And I asked one of those GameStop employees, man, and they shut the GameStop down where I live. But I asked him like a couple months ago, like when Helldivers 2 was on Xbox and Gears got ported to PlayStation, I told him, well, what do you feel about that? He don't care. So put this shit everywhere. And he's right. And that proved my point that these people who want an open storefront, they don't want a closed ecosystem that force somebody to spend $600 to buy a new console, and that's it. And before I go, legal man, I'm gonna kick Sony ass one of these days, man. These dudes show us a Game Boy Advance video game called God of War.
You don't stop. What?
Legal. These dudes decide to show a Game Boy Advance game. The game doesn't look good. The art style is ugly. This thing came like in the Super Nintendo era. And I thought, listen, man, there's a lot of independent developers who can make a better game with this crap. Wow. I could show you, they call Pentiment is bad. This shit look like somebody going to MSN Paint and they say, all right, I'm going to make a video
Black Dark
game tonight.
Souls, a rehydrated God of
Games
War. Dehydrated.
Dehydrated Cradle. I was lost for words, legal, when they showed that bullshit, man. Like, I said, ain't no, I'm sorry, curse legal, but I said, ain't no way. I said, ain't no way they
Packs
green
Unlimited. PlayStation's a casual box. Like, they didn't even accept that.
There you go.
We've been saying that for years.
Dude, my Game Boy Advance look better than this thing, man.
That's
like, there's a lot. Look, legal, you can say about anything about Ori. Ori looks better than that.
Oh, yeah. Ori's prestige, man.
Yeah, and that game.
Somebody made a meme showing like Aladdin on SNES look better.
Yeah, legal. Listen, man, they could keep that. If that came on Xbox or Switch, you could keep that bull. If it's not free, I ain't paying for it. I ain't playing it. You got
$30 for that slop.
$30. And look, David, shout out to David Jaffe. Listen, I get what he's trying to say, but the man correct the game, man. And he feel what he feels, dude. Because he was day one with God of War and 2. They went to a hack and slash game. That, the trilogy was really good, to a bunch of Dash Simulator. Then now with this BS. And that's why he has and that's why
your flowers, because you told me it was gonna be multi-platform.
Yeah. And then why do you remaking the trilogy? Nobody asked for that. Remake it legal. You could legal. You could literally take God of War 1, 2, and 3, remaster, just like they do with Oblivion, and re-release it on the PS5. What are you remaking again?
For getting hyped about the splash screen for Elder Scrolls when they get hyped about a splash screen for God of War.
But before I go, listen. They could take God of War 1, 2, and 3. They already remastered that game on the PS3. Why you just take the game, put it to the PS5, do the little touches on it, and call it a day. No, let's remake a game came out 15 years ago or 20. Nobody asked for that.
You know why, right? Because Yoshida said it. They're not buying enough of their first party, so they're going to have to buy more of the remasters and the remakes.
And it was 22 legal. You know what they said in another show? Yes. It's an early in development. That means that she ain't coming up probably next 4 years. That's it.
Yeah, at least 3 years.
Got nothing.
Yeah.
They got nothing. You just said anything about Xbox? Yeah, we got Halo. Yeah, we got the Gears remake last year. But guess what? We're getting E8 this year. At least Xbox is doing something. Legal. I'm out.
Yeah, that's sad, Rachy, when Kenna Bridge of Spirits carries the show.
Yeah, thank you for that. I'm out, man. Go ahead. Bertie Donkey Leg.
Yeah, appreciate you, boy. Appreciate you, fam.
Metro, Rdna 3, it's a wrap.
You gotta buy that games and do a review on it, fam. I'll watch it.
All
right, brother. Have a good one, man.
Hey, it was Rdna 1 all along. We knew it, right? Like, I've been calling it since the beginning of the generation, that the way that the die chip was, and the way that some of the features and how the performance and everything, it just didn't add up, right? And we have the difference between us and the donkeys is we actually know, some of us actually know tech. We know video tech. And we have some very intelligent guys on the Xbox team who know how the chips work, how they're engineered, how the video overlays, how the resolution, how the frame rate works, how it breaks down per the chip. And we always knew that Mark Cerny was just spewing his typical Sony talking points. There's no magic behind it. It's basically just Rdna 1.1 with some custom software features that Sony implemented to customize that feature set. It was never Rdna 2 to begin with, and that's why Xbox has always had a advantage in a lot of games when they're properly developed and the devs use the RDNA 2 tools. There's always a huge difference, and that's exactly why. And people always try to argue with me on Twitter that PlayStation was using RDNA 2. And they're like, they use RDNA 2. That's what this YouTuber told me. That's what this fake leaked image showed me. But we knew because we had the people who actually do the research, who actually look up all of the engineers involved with this technology, people that actually talk the game, that are in the industry, that are actually working on this stuff. And they knew the whole time that was not true. You guys just like to buy the cerny lies and fool yourselves, but it's finally come to light because there was a Reddit thread, I believe, or Reddit post where an engineer from Sony, I think it was either Sony or from another developer, who basically came out and said that PlayStation 5 is RDNA 1 with ray tracing. So let's put that to rest here, that the Xbox Series X is the most powerful console on the market, and there's just no question now, right? And how do we know that? Because there was some more evidence that came to light today that developers basically, this was from Squanch CEO, that basically said developers prioritize the PlayStation platform version first. Let me repeat that. They prioritize the PlayStation version first. They've had so since the start of the generation. Outside of the Xbox teams, every other studio prioritizes PlayStation first. So PlayStation has had parity this entire generation. That's why when we've seen all those Digital Foundry comparisons, that's the reason why it's always been so close. There's not been much difference. Is because the developers were not really utilizing all the tools of the Series X. They were just making it parity to the PlayStation version, basically, just porting it over. They weren't doing anything extra to it, which makes complete sense given everything, right? So I just think that's kind of funny. And yeah, exactly, Stone King. And that's why Phil said that the Series X didn't need a mid-gen refresh, because it was already basically the Xbox One X of the series generation. It was basically the Pro of this generation already. That's why they had the two tiers to start with. So
I just tried to tell them a long time ago. Read that.
Yeah, so the PlayStation 5 also, what I was mentioning about the die chip, is actually units with missing dies or similar severe motherboard issues often manifest as a beep on, beep off, or no power caused by failed Southbridge chips, BIOS chip corruption, or shorts.
Stop right there, because I'm about to do an introduction. So y'all remember when I told y'all, problem. And I also told y'all this.
I can't hear you, family. You're cutting out.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Your funky YouTuber on his failed your little hearts. So look how stupid the entire donkey fan base looks today. If you had a trophy for looking the in gaming history. They are undefeated. So technically, they've been running around in these gaming streets, barking up a console that's not even next gen. At the same time, people, and you can't make this up. At the same
It's not an excuse, Rachy. It is the pro version.
At the same time, people getting screwed over by Sony because they raised prices on them. And they were too stupid to see it. Only the realest of the realest PlayStation fans saw it. And they're suing Sony. And I hope, which I already know is going to happen, so there's really no hope to it. But I want that $7.9 billion to prevail in a major way. And you wonder why these games are coming out like this. You're wondering why these little small games are here and there. You're wondering why Sony has a state of play that shows you no Sony games. There are no Sony games. There are no big time AAA first party games. So what's the point of a PlayStation? See, you can't talk about Xbox because Xbox is dead. Why? The donkey said it's been dead. It's been dead for 15 years. So if something's dead, how does it has a standard? It has no standard. If it's dead, it's dead. So we don't base the same value, which I used to tell crap shithead when I told him, what's the reason for PlayStation only giving you one AAA game a year? He shut up. Well, Xbox, shut up. We're not talking about Xbox. We've never held Xbox to PlayStation standards. Right, everybody? We're the ones who had to accept multi-platform. In 2015, they told us games are coming to PC in 2015.
Plus, PlayStation is the market leader. They should be held to a higher standard.
They're held to a higher standard. But in 2015, you want to know what PlayStation was saying? Oh, we don't have no games right now. We're going to put indie games out. They've never been able to live up to this so-called exclusivity championship. There's no exclusivity champions on PlayStation. PlayStation was not built for that. PlayStation has always been a third-party console from its origin. It's not Xbox. Xbox came with Halo. Halo single-handedly grew the Xbox brand console. Single-handedly. Mario single-handedly built the Nintendo platform. There's no exclusive that single-handedly built PlayStation. Not even Gran Turismo built PlayStation. Not even Gran Turismo. It's just the only one out there that's been out here this long. And it can't whoop Forza if Forza had 2 busted tires on it. It can't touch Forza in a way. They're parading for a Rdna 1 plus ray tracing motherboard, roped up chip dies, wondering why their console games, all of them were damn near cross-gen games. They're really wondering this. Wondering why those features wasn't working right.
Yeah, Rachy, PS5 is riding on the PS4 fame. Facts.
No, that's right. That's right. Most of them gamers, they don't even want a PlayStation 5. They don't even want a PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 is trash. I've been saying it's garbage, ugly ass console, bro. I don't even understand it. It's the first console that you have to have a screwdriver. First console that you ever had the screwdriver? Really? You got a cap for that. First console that had a kickstand. You got a cap for that. You got to be one goofy ass individual to be capping for the PlayStation 5. Super goofy. Think about it. That's what you got a cap for. Because you
pay $30 for that little stand too.
Right. You can't cap for anything that says next gen. You can't cap for it. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I used to mess with them. I dare all of y'all to put y'all's PlayStation 5s on rest mode. Put it on PlayStation 5. Enable it. I dare y'all. You should love picking on them. Good job. It was Rdna 1.3. I was right. This whole time I was right. This whole time I was right. Because I did my research. I called it 8 months before this even got started. That they're going to try to come out here and lie to you. And in the end, they're going to fail you. This thing, this Leviathan that's coming out, I hope Xbox comes out next year. I'm just hoping it comes out next year. And it's going to mop the floor because PlayStation 6 is not even going to be next gen. When Xbox comes out, the generation is leaked.
It'll already be old gen. Yep.
Right. Look, the whole generation has been leaked. Look how Microsoft talks and look how PlayStation talks. You can see the defeat in their tone. PlayStation isn't even talking. They don't even sound confident in the future. They're out here just talking about what they can do with a back compatibility console. Shout out to my man J-Mac. They out here telling everybody, oh, the PlayStation 6, one of its biggest features is that it'll play old PlayStation 4 and old PlayStation 5 games. That's supposed to be appealing. That's supposed to be.
They're basically catching up to Xbox and doing what they should have done this generation. Yep.
Facts. They showed you that they were inadequate to be future-proof, so they built this console that don't even live up to its hype. Doesn't even live up to its hype. Oh, PlayStation 5 Pro. No, it ain't. The PlayStation 5 Pro is not turning anybody's heads. It's not doing anything. And then Rain, they're gonna charge them for a service just to play PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3 games.
Shout out to J Mac, the gray beard.
That's it. That's the purpose. That's the purpose of the service, is to play old ass games. Well, guess what? On Game Pass, we play new ass games day one. There's a difference. See, like my man Realist used to say, I don't know about y'all, but I know why I'm an Xbox fan. Do you know why you're an Xbox fan? Because see, being an Xbox gamer has nothing to do with popularity. Look at you now. See, everybody that bought into Xbox, we straight. How does it feel? I got to give it up to the Xbox stand talk. This for you today. This for you today. The joke is on any idiot that thought Sony was going to live up to their hype. You had Marlis out there. Y'all had clowns like Marlis out here talking about it was an Rdna 3.0 console. You should have knew. Y'all should have excommunicated him when he made that video, made y'all look like a bunch of idiots. We already knew y'all were dumb, but he made y'all look like idiots. And that's who y'all have. That's y'all's mascots out here. You got idiots like that talking for your base. And y'all let idiot like him lose. You let an idiot like him live, so we clown him. Of course we're gonna clown him. We all came out laughing at him. How is a PlayStation 5 gonna run Rdna 3? It can't even do an Rdna 2, it'll burn up. It's got an old cooling system. It's old cooling system technology. Everything about PlayStation is old. I told y'all.
They had to revise their cooling system, actually.
Right. What did I say? What did I call it, Dolanite? Dolanite's been out here long. He knows. I said the PlayStation experience is what, Dolanite? Outdated. It's outdated.
They not only remaster their games, they remaster their console.
That's what facts. The mastered. Everything about mastered. They can't get nothing right on the first go. Their engineering process is garbage. They don't have great engineering. What did Goose tell us, man? This thing right here are twins. These bad boys are twins. We got two motherboards sitting on the top of each other, man, and they each utilizing the CPU and the GPU by themselves. This ain't one motherboard trying to push through. This ain't an old way of thinking about technology. I love that when I was hearing about it. He says you're going to see in the future that this thing can do 25 teraflops. Everybody start laughing. The donkeys laugh because they're dumb. They don't understand technology. They have a PlayStation. You remember when they was
Tyler 3 in the building.
Right. What's up, Death Ray Tower? You remember Death Ray Tower when these donkeys were talking about the PlayStation 5, it's 10 teraflops though. 10.3. There ain't gonna be much of a difference there. It's 2. Bro, but they did that and they overclocked the damn console. They made your console more hotter. You can't be this dumb. It can't even run that. It can't even run up to that potential. It's like a 9.1 teraflop usage. When the Xbox is 12,
Death Ray.
it's actually
Jaguar core box.
Facts. It's actually 12 on the dot. But see, they so dumb, they don't understand how this thing can be doubled. It's going to be doubled by way of cloud, idiot. Y'all never saw that coming because all y'all think about is hardware. You don't think about digital hardware. This Xbox technology is 10 years ahead of the stuff. That's why this damn console's future-proof. They told everybody these two consoles are the real, true Rdna 2.0 consoles. Everybody laugh. What you laughing about? So you mean to tell me y'all can laugh then and we can't laugh now? I told y'all the last laugh is the best laugh. Y'all done had them all. Y'all had goofballs for years. And they couldn't tell y'all this was gonna happen to y'all. Look at all the idiots you've listened to for over 15 years. They couldn't tell y'all this. Within the last 5, I told y'all this and more. I've told y'all more in 5 years than all them clowns out there in a 15 to 10-year range on YouTube because they don't know what they talking about. They out here talking about a console war that don't even exist. They want you to get mad over console sales. And console sales ain't even the metric for success. So look how dumb they look this time. Told you they were going to fail you. So now you got the report. Now Xbox has sold over comfortably 52, 54 million consoles. It's not to match what they had last generation. Match it. But we all know that PlayStation ain't finna match what they had last generation. And then what? Like I said, then what you think's gonna happen? Then that perception is gone. See, because that's all PlayStation has is perception. Once that perception is gone, how you gonna sell it? Grizz, how they gonna sell it without perception? See, they used to tell us
Death Ray. It already melts right now as it is.
Right. And yo, Rez, they told us it was exclusive. Where are the exclusives at? They told us it was the graphics in the games. Where are they at? Where are they at?
They touted their exclusives, but where are they? Where are the exclusives?
Naughty Dog. Where's Naughty Dog's game for this generation? Where? Tell me. Tell me.
You know it's bad when at their major state of play show, the highlight game for them is Kenna. Kenna, yeah. Bro. Come on.
It's Kenna.
No God of War, no Killzone, no Ratchet and Clank, nothing. Just
Xbox games that are bringing the premier experience on PlayStation. You see how they don't laugh about that no more, G-Man. They say, oh yeah, we getting all your games. Oh yeah.
G-Man in the building.
Oh yeah. On that dead console. Yeah. Oh yeah, look how dumb you looking. So Xbox don't need PlayStation games on it. Look how everything is being exposed.
It's funny how all their narratives are getting smacked right in their face.
Right in their faces, man. Xbox don't need no PlayStation game on it. Think about that, J-Man. Not one. Dolan Knight, not one. Death Stranding in a PlayStation game.
Yeah, Rachy, but it's been like 5 years now since the last Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank is trash, bro. Don't look at them numbers, bro. Nobody give a
I know, but anything's better than Kenna. Like their whole highlight is Kenna, fam.
They done made 19 Ratchet and Clank games. 19. Don't nobody care.
Yeah, it didn't sell. They don't sell that well. No.
Don't nobody care about that. I'm gonna say it again. And I'm going to say this again on Di-RRec Gaming right here. Here's another one. The world does not play PlayStation games. Did legal lie to you? No. The world don't play them. All this buffoonery is in the minds of donkeys. They're the only fan base, like I've been telling you, that has to validate their reasons for being PlayStation. Xbox, we don't validate shit over here. We turn our Xbox games on and we play them. We don't care what the noise is out there. We laugh. We laugh at it and keep playing. Because we know big bank takes little bank. We know those infrastructures of the cloud, AI, Azure, the Xbox, Windows 11, it's far superior than anything Sony could ever make. They got PlayFab. See, these donkeys don't even understand it. Sony is a customer to Microsoft. Sony goes into PlayFab and does shopping. They go to the grocery store. PlayFab got all them games, over 5,000 games up in there. But they're just shopping around. PlayStation has the platforms. They have the stuff that you use to even make games like Simply Gone. You know what Simply Gone means? That means you got to have that to even create images to round it off. Everything comes in a polygon form. Simply Gone makes it where you edge it around, make the edges smoother and all of that type of stuff. You can't even make video games without it. So you got to buy that. You're buying into Microsoft and you're telling us that Xbox is dead. Microsoft is making money off these other platforms, man. I told you, they're the greatest octopus out here. All you can do is hate on Xbox. You have no other choice. You either like it or you don't. But other than that, you have no choice. It ain't going nowhere because the bottles for all the other companies. It has the bottle. It has the bottle and the daycare center. They own stuff. Microsoft ain't borrowing nothing. They just put out another $1,500 handheld Windows 11 operating system. Can't get around it. Probably talking about some Linux. Linux ain't keep with no Microsoft. Y'all ain't the Xbox full experience on your screen. If you ain't got a rundown, well, let me rephrase that. If you don't have a raw Xbox Outlet X, you don't even know what I'm talking about. But you will soon. When that next Xbox comes out, you're going to know everything that I was talking about on here. You're going to know it. So all the wheels are off now. Engine's blown up. Now they broke all the glass. So we put the gasoline on that car, and now we just watching it burn. You watching PlayStation burn now. That's it. It's done. I told you. You can only run from the truth for so long. I gave them 5 years to try to come up with some kind of solution. I told y'all they ain't getting through next generation without some live service games. They still struggling. You think the Xbox gamers are gonna buy a raggedy on when we got games like Fable? We're gonna buy a Marathon? Are y'all trying to? Is this insult? Is this an insult to us? Nah, we don't. Y'all don't need to buy a Marathon. We ain't buying that shit. We got Game Pass. Matter of fact, I need to give me some more cards. I gotta update my shit to 2029. That's serious over here, man. This ain't no casual ass affair over here on Xbox. We don't do that casual ass stuff over here. Then you got clowns on Twitter X telling me, well, you might as well just get a PC. What I'm gonna get a PC for? Well, I'm gonna get your PC. Well, I'm gonna wait, get the next Xbox, and that Xbox gonna do more than your PC. I don't want your mediocre PC. Your PC got old tech in it. The Xbox gonna have elite generational tech in it. Why I want to go get a PC? They don't even know how to talk smart.
Speaking of bagness,
smart to people. Rez, they don't even know how to talk smart to people. Take the mic, Rez. Keep going, bro.
so there's been some new information that's come out about Magnus that I think you guys might be a little bit excited about, and that's the new Xbox is going to be utilizing the next generation Rdna graphics cards technology. So you think about that, the potential behind that. Apparently, as well, because the government is there's been I don't know if this is a rumor or if this is, take it with a grain of salt, but from what I've heard is the government is going to make exceptions for certain companies on the tariffs. So that means that Microsoft won't get hit with the extra costs from the tariffs to manufacture these consoles and get these chips. And the fact that they've already had established relationships with AMD, and they just partnered with SK Hynix, which is a RAM chip company, that they already have most of the supply they need for the console, so they're not going to be affected as badly as Nintendo and Sony will be, which means that potentially we won't be paying as much as we thought we were for the console. We could see potentially a $200 to $300 price drop. Paying $800 to $1,000 as opposed to $1,100 to $1,400. Now, this isn't 100% confirmed yet, so like I said, take with a grain of salt. There's also some more information that came out from a YouTuber called Moore's Law is Dead, that the specs he leaked about Magnus were true, and that the console is already design ready, meaning they've already designed it. Now it's in the testing phase. So that, you know what that means, right? The fact that they're past the design phase, now they're in the testing phase. This means that they're really close to launching the console. There's only like one or two more steps before that. I think there's like QA and then production. So we're that 2027 rumor of it launching next year looks like it's going to end up becoming true. And if those specs are true as well, we're looking at, like Sarah Bond said, the greatest technical leap in console history. There's going to be, like I've said in previous shows, there's going to be no comparison, because the PlayStation 6 will not even compare, because the Prime, or I'm going to call it Prime now because the Magnus is the chip, but the Prime is going to run features and tech that is equivalent to a high-end PC for half a price for like a mid-tier PC. So that's what we talk about when we talk about the value of Xbox, because it's not just about Game Pass, right? It's about the hardware you're getting, the software and like content and the services you're getting, and Game Pass. You're getting, and the options too, right? Like also the value of Play Anywhere. You buy the game once and you get it on any device. None of the other two are doing that right now. So that is another great feature as well that you're getting with Xbox. So there's so much value in so many different ways that I think people fail to see that. But Magnus is going to be lit, guys. This is the one. I know people say that all the time about consoles, but I'm telling you, man, this one is going to be next level. You guys definitely should start saving up for it, famo. I know you are, but just go take a look right now on the Magnus specs, and your eyes are going to pop out, because it's amazing. Like I said, the specs are pretty much equivalent to a mid to high PC, and it's going to have AI neural processing in it, which means there's a separate AI processing unit that's helping the CPU and the GPU process the data, which means like a huge performance boost, to where we're going to be seeing like 100 to 140 frames for games, maybe as low as 60 on some more high intensive games. But for the most part,
Rdna 5.
It's gonna run like a champ. It's gonna be a beast. But yeah, that's some of the Magnus information that's come out recently. So I think you guys are in for a treat if you guys wait till next year. And also, there was one other thing too. There's more rumors or credence to the thing where they are going to announce it at the summer showcase. So make sure that you check out the Xbox Summer Showcase in June, because there's a good chance we're going to see the new hardware there. And I don't know if you want me to cram everything into one, but PlayStation also it was found out that they're working on a patent to, guess what? Something that I've talked about on the show before, but with Xbox, because I think Microsoft is already doing this or working on this. But basically, a hybrid, playing games in a hybrid style. What do I mean by that? Meaning using some parts of the game on your local hardware, and then other parts of the game would be run using the cloud technology. So you're basically getting the performance of like 3 or 4 PCs in one game. I mean, that's insane, right? Yeah, it's going to be bandwidth heavy, right? It's going to require you to have a good connection, but like if you think about the possibilities of what they can do with a video game with that kind of power behind them and technology, it's just really exciting to me. And if Sony's doing this, I know Microsoft's doing this. So this is something I've talked about before, where I feel like this is where gaming's going to go in the future, to where more and more of the game's resources are going to be ran on the cloud and less on your local console, your hardware. And you're just going to get so much more. The devs are going to give so much more free roam and resources to really push their games to the next level. And so this is going to be a benefit for us as gamers and for the developers and everybody around, really. So be very excited about Magnus. I know we hype it up a lot on the show, but it really is going to be the box. And not just one box. There's apparently going to be multiple SKUs, most likely a similar Series S variant from like this generation, but for the next generation. And then there's going to be OEM versions of it, which are going to be from either Asus or MSI or Lenovo, whoever they decide to partner with. Probably could be Lenovo because they have a strong relationship with them already. And then we also know about those comments from Lisa Su from AMD, where she said that the chips are already ready for 2027 for the hardware. So she already hinted that their launch is going to be very, very soon. And like we touched upon earlier, the PlayStation 6 is not focused on that. They've realized they've tucked their tail in. They realized they will not win the power narrative next year, not even the next generation, not even close. So what are they focusing on? Something that they realize is happening is that their players are not moving from older generations, and they know that their current generation of players want access to more of the older generation games. So their main focus for this next generation, like Legal's already said, is going to be backwards compatibility with a lot of their older titles that have only been available like through emulation or cloud. That's going to be their main focus, and they're just going to continue with their same strategies with timed exclusivity deals, marketing deals, just their third parties relationships. And we're not going to see a difference in first party output next generation. They're going to try to speed it up with AI, but I have a feeling that they're still going to try to focus on live service games, because that's what they've always been. That's what they've been doing. Maybe if Marathon tanks really bad and they lose a lot of money with Marathon, they might shift their focus back to their first party, but I doubt it. I just feel like they know that's not where the money is anymore, so they have to keep trying, no matter what it takes, because you've seen how many live service projects they've gone through already, and they haven't stopped yet. And that's even with Jim Ryan leaving. So don't expect a lot of first party output. Expect the same shit as this year or this generation, where it's just 1 or 2 games a year. And if PlayStation owners are happy with that, fine. I mean, more power to them if that's what they want. But to me, or to what I thought they wanted, is I thought they bought a PlayStation. I thought other gamers too bought a PlayStation for its exclusives, right? So what's the point if there isn't any, or if there's like one a year? I mean, like we play more than one game a year, right? A lot of this on this channel and this chat, like we're not most of us aren't casuals, right? We play a lot of games, so it just doesn't make sense to us to invest in that ecosystem when it's not going to deliver. Microsoft is the only one outside of Nintendo, and even Nintendo, their first party outputs kind of slow already this generation with Switch 2. All they've got right now is Mario Tennis. I mean, if that goes to show you anything, they're not pumping out bangers either, not to the cadence that Xbox is, and they're the only ones that are promising to deliver on their content in that kind of cadence. So I don't know. I know where I'm going to be, and that's with Team Green, because Xbox is the future of gaming, and people want to argue with me, but I'm just telling you how it is. I've been I don't know if I told you guys. I probably haven't, but I've been gaming since I was a kid. I've been into gaming for all my whole life. So I know how the companies work. I've seen their strategies. I know what directions they go. And Sony and Nintendo are pretty much going to stay the course for the most part and do their own thing. Xbox is the only one that's doing something different, that's actually caring about us as gamers and expanding their outreach to wherever platform you're on. Like, they're not forcing you to get an Xbox. That's the beauty about it. Sony forces you to get a PlayStation. Nintendo forces you to get a Nintendo. Like, Xbox does not. You could play on your TV if you have the right TV. Sooner or later, it'll be on all smart TVs, I think. But
why is that, Rez? Why is that? Let's talk about that.
Why is what?
Why is Xbox like that?
Because they've always been the out of the box creative thinkers. They're always the ones that thinking like, what's next for gaming, or what's next for software, for Office, for Windows. They're always thinking of the next big thing, or how can they innovate, or how can they make things more accessible or more user friendly, or how can they make more games.
Because what makes Xbox, let's say, what makes the Microsoft's platform, right, and all the divisions that are within it, right? The ecosystems, the engagement within the ecosystems. So when Bill Gates said a long time ago that I don't really care about the console, he said it, if it was up to me, I would put these Xboxes out in all the major electronic companies for free. Let the consumers come in here and just grab one. Take it home, right? Grab it, take it home, and we'll make money off our service. Xbox Live is what I want them to buy into. Because, what Bill Gates knew, he understood this. At that time, if I can get everybody to just pay for that service, right? For each time they pay for that service monthly, because there's going to be those that pay monthly, there's going to be those that pay annually, but annually came on down the road. But if I can get that guaranteed monthly service fee every single month, no matter what, I'm going to make more money. Because why? Games don't come out every month. There's no game series that came out every month. Not one. You know what I'm saying? Games don't get developed that fast. But if you can make sure for my business that you're going to pay for that service every month, I don't care about that console. We were made fun of back then because we were willing to pay for Xbox Live. So this is what I want people to understand. You can't fool Xbox gamers because we're built differently, right? Our infrastructure is based off of our wallet. and what we utilize it with. PlayStation already knew its fan base was too weak. That's why they had PSN for free for so many years. It wasn't until they had to do it, when everything started crumbling, they had to charge them. See, there's a difference. Microsoft isn't charging its gamers because it needs their money. Microsoft don't need our money like that. Microsoft is charging something because it's future-proofing it. It knows that, hey, this price ain't gonna sustain in another 5 to 10 years. But look what they did when they built Game Pass. Look what they did. They went beyond anything that they've ever done before. And that's the secret of knowing that you knew when Game Pass lasted for over 8 years. And I'm talking about, think about it, 8 years. All you had to do was flip your Game Pass. All you had to do was flip it. They put out that dollar deal and you could flip it. They saw those numbers for 8 years. You knew once it went past that 5th year and nothing changed, you knew Game Pass was a problem. That's how you knew. They went all the way to 8 years and then they finally say, hey, y'all, we're going to end this. We're going to raise this price up a couple. They raised it up $3.99 and people had a hissy fit. Hissy fit. But those that were hissy fitting weren't real Xbox fans. How do you know this? Well, when they raised it up to $29.99, you saw this fake outrage. See, I'm glad that I don't know how many people fell for that, but I did. You know, just like when you saw that stupid, when you saw how dumb they were the first time when Microsoft said the $120 a year, right? And people lost their minds. And I was like, what are you talking about? They're not even talking about you. If you have a Game Pass subscription already, they're not talking to you. They're talking about anybody who doesn't have it. And that had to literally be explained. And Microsoft backed off on it. Well, they backed up off of it because the deal was still the same, dummy. They didn't lose nothing when they canceled it. They just kind of realized how dumb some people were. And was like, look, man, this is too stupid. It's too goofy. Let's just cut it back because, damn, I thought they were a lot smarter than this, right? They took it down. Okay, they brought it back. Bad timing. That's what that was. We're grandfathered in. I'll never have to pay, right? I would if I ignore the 60 day. I think it is 60 days. So even if I cancel my Game Pass Ultimate subscription tomorrow, the only way I'm going to have to come back and pay the $29.99 is if I don't resubscribe within 60 days. They give me 6 to even do that because I'm grandfathered in at the $16.99 price. That's the benefit of investing with Xbox. That's the benefits of it. We're grandfathered in. I've had Game Pass since day one. My stuff is on auto pay. I don't pay for Game Pass because I buy my cars. I keep it up for 3 years. I keep it filled up. I'm not going to sit here and pay that monthly, 2 monthly, 3 monthly stuff. I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not doing it. I pay it for 3 years and I sit on it. I chill. We're different. We're not the same out here, people. You donkeys don't understand Xbox language. It's like I said, we don't speak the same language out here. Y'all definitely aren't going to be speaking our language next gen. So they don't know what to do, y'all. They scattering right now. They don't have nothing to, they have no brag in the bag. They have nothing. It's kind of sad looking at them. No, it ain't. I'm just being funny, but it's funny as hell watching them just melt, man. And it's their fault. I don't have no sympathy for them because we've been telling them just shut up and play your games because the future. Shut up, play your games, man. Sony had a nice run. They didn't want to take that. It ain't good enough for them. They had to learn. Reports keep coming out now. And every report, every major report that keeps coming out isn't justifying them, Rez. It's making them look silly. Just like when they put out the markets and you saw how many consoles were sold between each other. And you saw that in PlayStation existence in the United States, the highest they ever outsold Xbox was 2.5 million consoles. That's it. This notion that PlayStation in our market, consoles, well, I don't know what to learn something until the end of this generation. And the most valuable lesson that they're going to learn is that they barked for a console that never was truly next generation. It's dumbest on earth. That's what they barked. They barked about Rdna 1. And see, that the thing is, PlayStation knew that. That's like what my Red said. They got that parity law in to make them look good. So everybody suffered because of Sony. Microsoft, you a genius. What I always tell you, Rez, Microsoft has to get away from this console space because the console space is corrupted. See, we grew up in an era where every console had its own place and every platform could do what it wanted to do. Those days is over. See, that was the real console war. PlayStation fans want you to believe they want a real console war. You big dummy. Microsoft could destroy PlayStation tomorrow if it wanted to. There's no real console war here. They really think that Microsoft really struggles against Sony. That's what they really think. They think Big Bank really, they think this triple trillionaire is in despair over this $100 billion company. Now, if you think that sounds dumb, I mean, you a genius, because that sounds dumb. But when you think about it, Rez, think about it. Back in the day, those were real battles. Now imagine what's about to happen. See, donkeys ain't never seen a console really battle PlayStation. They about to really see that next generation, man. Because now everything's gonna be premium gaming on Xbox.
Oh yeah, it's gonna turn heads for sure.
You see what I'm saying, Rez? PC gamers are gonna be turning around like, damn.
I've already seen a lot of PC users on Twitter say they're definitely interested. So
the bummy ones. Oh, I'm good with what I got. That's gonna be their phrase. I'm good with what I got. You damn right. You ain't got no option, brokey. You wanna come out here and flex your wallet. Yo, we Xbox dudes go crazy over that next consoles. We gonna buy it. That ain't about, the next Xbox might be $1,200, $1,500. So what? We buying it. So what? I got an Xbox Series X, I got an Xbox Series S, and I got an Xbox ROG Ally X. I'm buying it. That ain't nothing. $1,500? That's nothing, bro. That's nothing. You can put back $50 and have that ready. $50 every 2 weeks. Put it back. You ain't got that, then you ain't got no job. I don't know what you're working for. If you can't put that up and get that 1,500, get that 1,000 in the next 2 years, what's wrong with you? Yo, Dolomite, I have no sympathy for a grown-ass man who can't make money. I don't have no sympathy for that. That's able? Nah. You can miss me with all that, bro. I used to cut yards, get consoles. Hey, look, no special.
You should be able to save that much in a year and a half or 2 years' time.
Come on, Rance. We ain't talking about you gotta go break your wallet right now. We're talking about little bits and tidbits here and there. Go get your little part-time job. Come on. But we talking to these so-called big-chested gamers out here that are part of the 3%ers. And we don't really want to talk about them, right? We don't want to talk about them. We want to make them look good tonight. Yo, Rez, it feels good to finish my victory lap. It feels good. And before we get off
They
tonight,
should call you an Xbox prophet because you've been right about a lot of things, family. I gotta hand you your crown and your flowers at the same time.
I don't have
You
a
deserve
throne.
it, man.
I don't get a throne.
Oh yeah. You sit your throne, obviously.
Facts.
But you know what I mean. You've been calling it like you see it for the longest time. I have been too, and it's crazy to see how right we were about a lot of things.
It's just been good to do it freely, openly, and with laughter, and with a straight face. Like I used to tell the donkeys, I'm saying all this to you with a straight face. Because see, legal don't lie to them. Look, and I'm gonna say, you want to know it before we go, right? I'm gonna read this off, but I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna keep saying this. This is for them, Dolomite, for those that are just they just think they're what you call it, their hearts are hardened, Dolomite. They got hardened hearts. So I'm gonna say this again. We don't hate donkeys. We hate their mindset. We hate their theories. We hate their myths. We hate their narratives. We hate their validations because that's weak shit. Real gamers don't talk like that, think like that, feel like that. But donkeys, y'all are a special breed of weirdos, super weirdos. But push all that aside, and what little gaming y'all do, still part of this gaming community. So my thing is this. I've been around the blocks for 4 eras. The last thing that fazed me are donkeys. And somebody, just somebody, has to tell them the truth. Somebody has to really care. And over here on DIRREC Gaming, we care about these donkeys. So we don't have time to lie to them and be goofy on our channel because that's what they like. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Sony outselling Xbox means success for PlayStation. I'm not going to lie to you like that because I know you're about to get your feelings hurt. But see, you looking at legal and you're saying, aha, he's the bad guy. And y'all know, and I did the shows. They look at me, man. They say, look, man, you see DIRREC Gaming over there, man? You see the new legal? You see the lies he spills? He hates PlayStation, man. It makes me mad, man. Because all he has in this world is his balls in this world, man. And he breaks them. But see, they need somebody to point the finger at and say, look, they go through. And that's what I am. To them, telling them the truth makes me the bad guy. But see, everything I say to them was the light. I told them, you can either come over here and just accept that, listen, the way PlayStation is going about their vision isn't going to be superior. It's okay to still like PlayStation. We ain't telling you to get off your PlayStation. Play it. I don't give a damn. You go to the store tomorrow, buy another one, and then come out here and clap for shipped consoles. They can, G-Man, they can go to Walmart tomorrow and go buy another PlayStation 5. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Because the industry knows that y'all's way of thinking about this metric of success is so foolish that they know exactly what to print out for y'all. 94 million consoles shipped or 92 million shipped. That's just what's in the stores, y'all. I already told you the number, what it is the customers sold through. It's been 71 million. That's why PlayStation is sitting up here, sending out SOS messages to the PlayStation 4 owners to tell y'all to upgrade. Because when this is all said and done, it's going to look embarrassing. When you realize all you've been capping for It's sold consoles. You're gonna learn that all this was just shipped. Then you're gonna learn that none of these damn consoles were really, truly sold through and through. And you wonder why that PlayStation 6 ain't coming out. Because that hardware, and if they don't hit those quotas, then what's new ain't coming out until they hit those quotas. See, that's old way of doing business. You know what I mean? That's like the old way of doing. That's like seeing people working out on the railroad, using them big sledgehammers, knocking them nails down. They don't do that no more. And putting the rails that they don't do that no more. They got technology for that. Or that's like going out there and see people them shovels, digging the paved way for roads. They don't do that no more. They bring the dozers in. They bring the big in. They bring the big in heavy duty cranes and lifts and all kinds of stuff. Bulldozers and stuff. They don't just use the shovel and the man no more. That's the old way of doing things. You don't see nobody coming out here, Raz, winding up their car. You don't see nobody passing the Flintstones out here. You barely even see anybody using keys to unlock their doors anymore during the night. It's all touchy now. Door opens. You fingerprint it. So when you got a VHS mindset about this gaming in 2026, you got to ask yourself just how old you look with your mind. So you played yourself severely to the point now it's out. You knew it deep down in your heart, but you wanted to play the console game. Okay? So now the joke's on you. Now what? I'm gonna have to tell you another truth. The PlayStation 6, before we go, is just going to be a connective console for the 4 and the 5. That's it. Once again, it won't be a true next generational console for the Xbox. It won't even be able to compete with Xbox. Any PlayStation game that goes to PC is going to get gobbled up on Xbox. Reception destroyed. Now it's going to be, well, damn, man. PlayStation don't have the storefronts like Xbox. You mean if I buy an Xbox, I get Epic, I get GeForce, I get Steam, I get Ubisoft, I get EA, bro, I just can't wait for the world to see what this Xbox is about to offer to them. I can't wait to see the reactions. I can't wait till it gets revealed. Oh, wait a minute. You mean Cloud say, yo, in a snap formation, yo, Twitch, we actually get a live chat. Can you imagine coming home, turn on your TV, your Xbox, man, and you can your headset to the people who watch you play your video games? Watch this, watch this. Can you imagine playing your game, hitting record, right? Because Dolan Night, I'm going to tell them stuff that they don't even know, right? I got the raw Xbox Ally X, right? This thing can record up to 2 hours of gameplay. And it's so simple to record because everything is outside of the, when you take it out of the what you call it, the compressed form, you take it out of that, right? So all your menus are up on the top and they're large, they're larger, they're large. So you just hit your Xbox logo, everything pops up, you go where it's record, you hit it, it starts recording. You just play, right? Right when you get to you can just play up to 2 hours, it's gonna automatically cut off after 2. So when it automatically cuts off, it goes into a file. It goes into a file mode, like a recording file mode. File mode. You exit out, you go into Windows, it's like a PC. So you go over to your files, and I love the way Microsoft has already isolated it. It's all neat. So you ain't looking for nothing that what file like you would on a normal desktop, right? Let me go. It's already there. Microsoft are geniuses. They know PC, right? So they already have it there for you in the gaming essence. So you just go over there to your recorded gameplay, select it. If you got a YouTube channel, you on Windows, right? Open up Windows, open up your YouTube, go over there, scroll it over, hit it, select. Hey, I want to put it to my YouTube channel. Bloop, link it. There you go. It's already there. part 1 of such and such. There it is. Get your thumbnail. There it is. All from the handheld. No desktop needed. I'm mobile right now. I'm doing everything for my raw Xbox Alex. I'll never have a desktop again. That's outdated shit to me. That's why when I listen to PC gamers, you look outdated to me, homie. You look outdated to me. You gonna get no damn rig and get a monitor and hook this shit up on my damn desktop? Hell no. That shit's outdated. I can do everything on the go. I can move around. I got more freedom. It's crazy. I'm not stuck. I'm not stuck in a room. You know, if I need to go down the store, I'm still on the show. Y'all remember when I used to have to leave the show? Go pick up my son from school, go get my daughter from the volleyball game and come back. And Realist and them will still be talking and I'll come back. I don't have to do that no more. I don't care. I'm up with the times. I'm up with the times. I don't sound like a donkey trying to be comfortable in a spot that validates them. We already know that Sony's going to have to charge them about $650, $700 because these dudes are broke. Don't like these dudes are cheapskates. Everything about them is cheap. Look at the Portal. Sony can't even make a Portal, a handheld worth any damn thing. This thing is out here selling for $150. That's shit. That's crazy. I just want to say this, man. And I'm getting up out of here. So this is coming from Inside Gaming, right? The article Inside Gaming. We're going to get out of here, Rez. PS6 won't use full Rdna 5 GPU architecture, it's claimed. Have y'all noticed that Sony only does their GPU by way of brute force, which is an old way of offsetting latency in your PC. It's the same way these cheapskates in their PCs do their rigs today, right? So they got these raggedy ass rigs, right? These outdated ass rigs, but what they do is they go buy these high ass expensive GPU cards to offset for their cheap ass PC. Then they get on Twitter X and start talking shit to other gamers. Well, same thing. The only thing PlayStation 6 is going to be any PlayStation. That's why their CPU is trash, because they're not geniuses when it comes to CPU. They're not genius in that area. See, Microsoft knows GPU and PC and CPU. They know both. So when they combine it and they tell you this is going to be a real thing, you can best believe it. If something like that, you already know it's a lie, because they never no CPU and GPU. Never. So this new information concerning the internal hardware expectations of the next Sony PlayStation has surfaced. Do not expect the next Sony PlayStation console to use only AMD's upcoming Rdna 5 GPU. During a recent discussion on the NeoGAF forum, reliable tech leaker Kepler L2 noted that the PlayStation 5's Eternals are a hybrid of Rdna 1 again and ray tracing, and that the PlayStation 6 isn't full Rdna 5 either. Well, no shit. A blind bat could have told you that. A blind bat. PlayStation has never been a fully nothing. Nothing. In its whole entire existence. Nothing. It's what the media, crap gamers, and all that other bullshit out there want you to believe. But they look stupid too, because they straddle the fence. It just keeps poking them up their ass. That's that weirdo shit. So we out of here. What you think now? Where's your gas console now that you want to tell us about console sales or whatever? Let's sit up.
Where's your exclusives? Exclusives.
Right, where's your exclusives at and everything else? I mean, it's record breaking on how goofy y'all want to last out here. But, we already know what's going to happen. So, man, I'm just I'm waiting on that next. And it's what it is. So yeah, I'll see y'all on the next game. You can have this gym right here is just for pure laughs. I was waiting for this moment. It took me 5 years, but I said it would. But it was worth it. It was worth to come out here and just elaborate and just fall into the feathers of truth. All this cushion. It's beautiful. Rez, get us up out of here, man.
Hey, thanks again for joining us tonight, guys. We appreciate you always coming and supporting the channel and talking gaming with us. We always try to bring the latest gaming news and talk about what the future of Xbox is and the value of Xbox. We're in for an exciting next generation, so I hope you guys look forward to it, and hope you guys have a good night and keep it gaming.